we're hoping.
Here to tell us more about North Hall Park is Greg Walker, Director of Parks and Leisure, and Jody Woodall, the engineer who manages a number of building projects for the county. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, Nikki. Enjoy the opportunity to talk about our parks.
Of course. Well, tell me, Greg, what are the amenities that we are definitely going to have at North Hall Park?
Well, the park off Nopone Road is it's one that we're very excited about. It fits into our master plan. That we were able, the county went out and purchased about 129 acres or maybe 130.
127, 128, somewhere in that area.
But we were able to master plan that for a community center, which is going to be in line with the ones that we have at East Hall and the newly opened Mulberry Creek one. Some outdoor ball fields, a multi-purpose track area, multi-purpose field with a track around it. We've got some tennis courts planned for that facility, and also some trails, some biking trails and hiking trails, and it's really going to be a great amenity for that area to improve the quality of life in North Hall.
Definitely. So is all this on paper at this point? Where are we in the process?
We have, as of right now, we've chosen our design architect to go ahead and start putting all the things exactly where they need to be, and we're in the process of hopefully at the next commission meeting being able to choose the construction manager at risk who will help manage that project for Hall County along with our engineering department and the Parks and Leisure department.
Right. So when does that mean we're going to see this new North Hall Park?
We should be breaking ground for the park in probably the spring of 2011, 2010. And with completion of the community center and baseball complex scheduled for summer, July of 2011.
What do you build first?
The community center is the longest lead time item, so we'll start it first, and the baseball complex will be built at the same time. Then the track will come in along with that. The focus is the community center and the baseball complex.
Okay. Will the park open in stages or all at once at the very end?
If we can open it and have it safe to the public, we'll open it in stages. If not, we just open it as a total park at the very end.
Okay. That sounds good. So how does this construction timing-wise relate to Cool Springs Park?
Cool Springs, the commission has authorized $500,000 to begin the grading work. The focus is on North Hall Park because it is in the master plan for the parks, and we really want to do it first, but the intent is to do the grading work alongside with Cool Springs at the same time we do North Hall Park.
Okay.
And as the commission authorizes funding, we will do the other amenities within the park.
And is this a SPLOST funded park?
Yes, both of them are SPLOST funded.
Okay. So what are we going to see at Cool Springs?
Well, Cool Springs is going to be a very new venture for Hall County. We're going to put some amenities out there that are sorely needed, something that Hall County has asked for quite some time. We're really looking at the active X generation, the X Games, where you see a lot of this on ESPN and some of the sports channels where children are doing a lot of skateboarding and BMX riding and things of that nature. And that's been a huge void in our inventory of parks. We were asked a couple of years ago to start looking at some things that we really needed here. If you look at the growth out of Atlanta, Gwinnett County, Forsyth County, and all areas within the metro area are having these skate parks and these BMX tracks, and they're hugely popular. There was probably several years ago, people stayed away from them because they felt they were dangerous, and they found out if they just through proper signage and that they can be managed, and they're very, to be quite honest with you, you don't see the injuries that people would think that you would. The kids wear, we require them to wear helmets and knee pads and arm pads and things of that nature, and we're excited about being able to have some of these amenities at Cool Springs, and I think the community will really embrace them once they're here.
So what age group is this popular with?
Actually, it's all the way up through adults. It was very interesting when we held our community meeting out at Chestatee High School. We were able to, or middle school, excuse me, Chestatee Middle School. We had a community meeting. We had from very young children all the way up through adults that were there that really wanted to have their input. We brought in world-renowned skateboard expert, a guy named Wally Holliday, a gentleman.
All the way from California, right?
All the way, yes. This gentleman, I've known Wally for quite some time. He exhibits at the Georgia Recreation and Park Association conferences, and he also exhibits at the National Recreation and Park Association conferences, and he knows his stuff. He's a former skateboarder. He's He was Tony Hawk before Tony Hawk was Tony Hawk, is what he says. I mean, he was well before his time, and he does some beautiful skate parks. He did the one at Gwinnett County, Duncan Creek.
That one is always covered up every time I've seen it.
Yeah, it's highly used, and I think that you will find that same, we'll be able to find the same things happening out at Cool Springs when that's built. BMX tracks that we've got planned out there, we found they're hugely popular. There's a lot of events that people from Hall County have to travel outside of Hall County to go and ride in these events. We feel strongly that we'll be able to host some of the events here and just have a great place for fathers and sons to take their kids out and safely ride their BMX bikes, and we're really excited about that aspect of the Cool Springs Park.
And that's an economic benefit to Hall County,
Well,
bringing in
it is.
tourism.
It is.
We feel, yeah, I'm sorry, Jody, but we
Well, it's
feel,
not just for fathers and sons. At the public information meeting that we held, there was a family there, and the gentleman had 2 daughters that rode,
Oh,
and they were state champions.
see, girls can do it too.
yeah. Sometimes I'm not politically correct, but thank you, Jody. Yeah, it is for all. It's for boys, girls, and the older generation as well as the younger kids. And I do think that we found out from our public meeting there's a lot of excitement about that. And I know
There
at the
is.
Parks and Leisure Department we've had a tremendous amount of calls for both the skate facility and the BMX facility. And it is just something that I think that it's not cutting edge anymore in the sense that we're the first one doing it. It's being done a lot throughout the entire nation, and specifically in the state of Georgia. There are quite a few skate parks. There was just a void here in Hall County, and we feel like we're addressing it with this park at Cool Springs, and all the feedback that I've gotten from that. You know, the one thing that I think the misconception that was out there, that this was just a skate park that
Right.
we were building at Cool Springs, and that's just one small component of what we're actually going to build out there. It's a beautiful piece of property that we were able to have donated to us, and we've got ball fields planned for that area. We've got some practice soccer fields in the way it's phased out. There's tennis courts out there, sand volleyball courts.
A recreation lake,
Yeah, a lake. Yeah, there might.
hiking and biking trails.
So it's really going to be a beautiful facility, and another one that we'll be very proud of once it's open. But anyway, we really are excited about the Nopone Road part in North Hall. That, as Jody mentioned, it fits in our master plan. Our Parks and Leisure Advisory Board has been very excited about that, and as they found out more about Cool Springs, they've came on board with that, and I think they realize that it's just we're just very blessed to be able to take care of that part of the county. If you look at our inventory of our facilities, that is an area, the North Hall area, that there was a tremendous void in, and I know that we're excited about being able to put these pieces of these parks on these pieces of property up there and be able to serve the citizens of North Hall better, North and West Hall better than what we have in the past.
And you're right, the residents are definitely excited about it. Over in the Public Information Office, I get calls all the time for information from people in the Chestatee area and the North Hall area asking, when are these parks coming? We've been waiting, we love them. You know?
Yeah.
So I think people are really excited about it. So thank you so much for coming out and telling us all about it. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, Steve and I appreciate the opportunity to come before you and to tell you what we're doing with your money and your projects, and we look forward to giving them an update. I'd suggest we do that.
Yeah, I think when we get everything on board and we've got maybe when we have strict plans of where we're going with North Hall and where we're going to be with Cool Springs, maybe in 3 or 4 months, we can let the people know as to really where we should really be firm-wise and where we should be on our pricing, especially with the North Hall Park. I think that we'll be fine with that. And that's going to tell us a lot on how we proceed with Cool Springs also. But we just want to keep the people informed. We want you to know where your money's going. I agree that I know people saying, well, this is bad times, I can't believe you're doing this. But it's the best time to really do these type projects.
And we'll give you an update in a few months.
Building new parks and improving our current facilities is part of what Hall County government does to enhance your quality of life. Our SPLOST program, or Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, lets the voters decide how to spend the penny of sales taxes that is set aside for big projects like new roads, water and sewer plants, police and fire stations, and parks. Over the next 6 years, SPLOST will collect $21 million just for parks and leisure. So visit a park near you and take advantage of the wonderful developments happening in Hall County. If you would like more information about Parks and Leisure Services facilities or programs, Visit hallcountyrec.org or call 770-535-8280. Thank you for watching. For Hall County Connection and TV 18, I'm Nikki Young.
You're watching TV 18, the government channel for Gainesville and Hall County.